Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video today, we've got a very special one. We are welcoming back the MLS back onto Sorare for Season 3, technically Season 1. You know, we've had MLS Player Association cards for the last 2 seasons. This being the 3rd season the card's been issued, but the first time we're getting the full shirt design, as well as the new season design as well, which is extra slick and extra visual, which is a match made in heaven. And honestly, guys, the cards look beautiful. We're going to be getting stuck into basically where my gallery's at. This is Season 3 for me coming into this, so I'm not going to spend too long going on, you know, the way in. I feel like if FC Barcelona coming in to champion America for Season 3 like this, but I do think it's important to highlight the importance of holding on to cards for as long as possible. So we'll be looking at that in some level, as well as who I'll be trying to target for myself personally, what sort of profiles I like, and then different things that I've picked up along the way from watching MLS for the last couple of years, and you know, trading in the market and buying cards, etc., that I think might be useful to you guys at home. At any point in the video today, guys, if you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe and share and retweet and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. This month, I'm giving away a 1 of 100 Belgium Youth International, Ewood Pletench, and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, as regular viewers of the channel will know, we've recently had some major acquisitions at FC Barcelona, and we've achieved some long-term objectives by bringing in Callum McGregor unique, as well as a couple of Celtic cards and a few other bits and pieces for other strategies that we've had running around in Europe as well. But unfortunately, that has came at the price of Champion America. In goals, all I really have is Axel Werner, who I'm crossing my bloody fingers for right now, hasn't just been dropped again maybe, and Thomas Hassel, who's a super rare and U23, so that offers a lot of really strong dilemmas at the club, you know, for what division we can actually play him in. In defence, I've got a real hodgepodge of guys that will play, should play, can play. Miles Robinson, a first season card I've got up there, 8.5% multiplier, that was a reward I won. Nothing spectacular on top of this, but I picked up a Domenico Crescito. He's going to be moving to Toronto along with Insigne. He's a relatively talismanic figure, you know, left back, left centre back, formerly of Zenit, been playing at Genoa the last couple of years, got some Italy caps, won some stuff at national team level, of course. And I think in MLS, especially if he comes in as centre back, like, I think this guy could be boss. So I've got a little kind of maybe a wee ace up my sleeve. He's a 7.5% multiplier. Don't think he's going to get a new season issue of card, so I expect his multiplier to carry on and run. Now, FC Barcelona is always well complemented in midfield, and we've got a lot of different shapes and sizes here, but we are quite thin on like high-end quality, especially when it comes to rare. You know, in terms of super rare, there's a lot of good profiles here for guys that will play, should play, do play, but for rare, it's a little bit sketchy. I'm really relying very heavily on Zela Ryan and Lewis Morgan, both 1 of 100s, both up at 8.5% multipliers, so even though they're little head cards, if you like, you know, it makes it really difficult for me to not have them in the club. You know, selling them at this point is kind of off the table, really. But very good servants in SO5, very strong midfield base, but I say beyond that, I'm really clutching at straws for different things to happen. And then for forward, like, I am really at a loss. You know, I've got Joseph Martinez, who's always injured for a spell, fit for a spell, and then I've kind of left myself with a hedge on Cabral or Joveljic, one of them winning that job and one of them being like good enough to deserve that job next to Chicharito. So green shoots with Joveljic recently. Cabral started with some promise, but he's just been missing big chances galore. Mason Toy's still injured. Freddy Vargas, I get some utility with him. Now, having cards like the Miles Robinson, the Morgan, the Zela Ryan, guys like that are like going into their 3rd season, they're almost at level 20. I think they're all around kind of level 17 or so. It's extremely valuable to a gallery, like when you are going through like different peaks and troughs through the year, when you want to sell cards into the market, etc. Having that little core of guys, I talk about it all the time, that you do just keep, you just bank them in, you've got them, and forget about them. You know, when it comes to the actual game, they're all, as long as they're good cards, and the ones I've got, for example, here are like good cards. They're definitely like top 30th percentile or whatever. You know, it then gives you a nice bit of safety that you know you can still play the game at some level. Maybe you need to take a chance on a cheaper goalkeeper like I have, you know, a guy that's rotational, while you maybe wait. You know, for me, like when it comes to goalkeepers, I'm only really looking, when it comes to MLS, it's Sean Johnson, just because of NYC being league champions this year. Obviously, as you'll know, like I'm an NYC like fan. I've supported the club since it was formed. I think I might just get 2 of him or so, but I liked Jonathan Bond a lot when he was at Galaxy. I definitely think he's a good goalkeeper for this year. But otherwise, like, I've kind of broke it into, so everything I've got they're now like legacy players. And then I think for all of us coming into the market at the moment, there's like some key dynamics going on in MLS that you need to be aware of, and that is the East and the West Conference. Of course, most of you will be aware of this in some level, but when you are building your squad, please do bear that in mind, that kind of split dynamic, that you don't let one over dominate the other, you know, too much. It's always good, I would say it's always good practice to have both covered, because you've then always got a better chance of catching, you know, favourable fixtures on like the home side, you know, because if you're, just the way the fixture list works, I would always recommend that. For me and for where my gallery is, and for what I think a lot of the prices will come out to be in the market. Now, the problem we've got with the introduction is there's just such a limited amount of rares, you know, per player at the moment. So I think a lot of the prices will be choked up for the first month or so at this rate, you know, so TBC on that, of course. I think Galaxy will be a very good team to get involved in, and especially with some of the players I've got already. I'm looking to maybe get a defender or so from Galaxy to maybe just fill out, because the defenders again I've got are quite mild, none of them are spectacular. And I think the Galaxy this year they're looking good, but I think in MLS like teams grow through the season, and I think for where Galaxy are there now, I think when you fast forward like 5 months from now, I think they could be quite easily one of the best teams in the division, no two ways about it. The most convenient team for me, and I think an easy one, especially if you're European based, to really back and chase down, is Atlanta United, just because of the time that most of their games are televised at, and they generally spend a lot of money on good players. When all their players are fit, they play amazing football, they score goals for fun and all the rest of it. But they, you know, like Joseph is always bloody injured for like 6 weeks here and a month there, and really kicks me in the stones. But with our guys they've got coming back from injury, like Luis Araujo, Thiago Almada, the list goes on. They have a really big squad of injured players. Then they can be a really convenient team for me, and probably for you guys to be getting involved in as well, and you know, kind of each conference here. But for me, probably the most fun strategy I'm going to try and deploy as much as I possibly can is, of course, as you guys will know, I'm a big Celtic fan. That won't surprise anyone, especially now at this stage. But I do have I've got like Wanyama, I've got like a bunch of other bits and pieces anyway. I want to get a Klamala. I want to kind of renew some of these cards with shirts, you know, so maybe we'll get a Wanyama, maybe I'll get a limited or a rare or something. I don't think it'll be too expensive, Big Vic, but I've already looked at the card, I think it looks lovely. But some cards like this I'm definitely excited to try and pick up. I'm just going to show you it, because I was looking at it before I came on. I think that's a nice looking rare, isn't it? And he's not great, but he's definitely not bad, you know, like he's Big Vic Wanyama as well, he's a legend. Number 67 is for sale. Ooh, if you want one of the headshot ones. Also, don't mind a wee bit of Klamala finally getting a card as well. Again, he's only got one rare at the moment, so I'm in no rush to pick him up. On top of all the NYC guys, of course, pretty much every player in that squad is worth a look at, no matter what your budget is, even if you're looking to try and get a bench player at the team that may be a bit cheaper or whatever, because NYC is very well built, similar to Red Bull. You know, there's a formula in place, and with clubs and with like what is becoming global institutions at this point, you can get repeatable trends in terms of like, oh, the playmaker, you know, midfielder they normally buy has good dribbling statistics, or is normally quite capable at, you know, getting assists and blah 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 whatever. And Klamala looks cool in the Red Bull shirt as well. I think it's a nice looking card. Former Celtic player, didn't really do that great for us, it must be said, but you know, it should be decent in MLS. And I've got a Morgan already, so that kind of works out for me. I'm looking to do a lot more fun kind of purchases. MLS is a very fun league. There's so many clubs, so many different dynamics going on in that league, and especially for an outsider coming in, MLS is a very easy league to enjoy. It's a very easy league to follow, and you know, pick up a couple of players, especially on when we're talking about limited rares, anything, and get stuck into it with. But for me now, guys, this is pretty much what my America team is going to be limited to for the immediate future anyway. So let's cross our fingers and toes on our boy here, Axel Werner. The uniques look lovely this year, don't they? Some good looking super rares. Like, see that backing that's on the Andre Blake? I quite like that. I think that might be my favourite one. I didn't think I'd get a favourite. I quite like this stripy one as well, because of the wee, I think they all look really nice, but yeah, I do think that this one here behind Andre Blake is probably my favourite. Nice big collection of super rares available from the offset, it must be said. There's my boy Brian Gutierrez. Wow. He looks like he's got younger since last year. I think these cards just look way better top to bottom, don't they? Like, I'm just looking through some of the ones I've got on my favourites list, and yeah, man, these cards just look so much better. I can't wait to see some of these in winning lineups and stuff like that. It's such a better card to receive as a reward as well, even if it's a guy you don't really like. Just because it looks better, it will definitely be a little bit easier to take in that respect. Keaton Parks has shaved his hair. Kevin Cabral still got the blonde tips and the dreads in the picture. Luis Araujo's got a card again. It's just everyone's got one card, but at the moment no one's got any doubles out yet. It's just such a limited of Matt Turner's. I wonder how much they'll go for now that he's going to Arsenal. Because MLS has really sorted out the fixture list for this season to make sure that the division has a nice run up to the World Cup and a nice safe conclusion. Most of the games are coming in the weekend now, as you guys will be aware. But the way MLS tends to go, because it is a playoff orientated division that decides, the biggest prize available, is a lot of teams ascend through the season. So the point that you find clubs at the now, as long as you have identified the clubs, got a good coach and there's a nice bit of play going on there in terms of like the spine of the team or the youth academy, the prospects you're trying to sign and bring into the team and whatever, it is a reasonable expectation that their performances will increase as the season goes on, as the rhythm starts to blend into the team, as they start to pick up results and form, because this division is all about this kind of crescendo coming forth, and the MLS is no different in that respect. So some guys you'll look at today won't be the best scorers, maybe their form isn't amazing, maybe the club's form isn't amazing, but when you look at the fixture list and you go, well, do you know what, all their games have been away so far, or they've not had a good run of home games yet, or all the teams have played away have all been big powerful teams that generally hit playoffs. Those details can help get the best entry points into this division, and the people that do that work and the people that discover those opportunities are always the ones on the last 2 seasons that have had the most fun with SO5 success and market trading activity as well. That doesn't need to be backing a full team, but that can just be cherry picking pieces, that underrated defender from Minnesota and that attacking midfielder from Nashville and that striker from Dallas, and these little pieces, and quietly put them together, and then when they come together, it's the hard work pays off for this division. It really does. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what your approach is for MLS this year. Are you just going to dip your toe in the water with some limiteds? You're going to back a full team? You're going to pick players from here, there and everywhere, just do cherry picking the best? Yeah, guys, I hope you have fun. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share and retweet and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always, guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now is some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.